All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that all appears to work. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, we're chilling. So, yeah, today we're going to be doing Yuri's Path in Doki Doki Blue Skies. I was torn between doing Yuri and Natsuki, and I decided on Yuri because, I have a friend of mine who did Natsuki's already, and neither of us have done Yuri. So, yeah, honestly, Yuri's Path. Definitely not biased in any sort of way against Natsuki. Why would anybody ever say that? Okay, cool. Let's do this. I hope starting a new game doesn't fuck with wait. How long have I been streaming? Okay, whatever. Hopefully I don't get flagged. What was I gonna say? Yeah, hopefully starting a new game doesn't completely brick. I hope I can still keep my gallery music and crap. But yeah, I've never done this before, so hopefully I don't fuck it up. Yeah, okay, new game. I could probably skip this. How much got skipped? Oh, I think I say yes here. Ah, I knew it. Seaman or whatever, yeah, or whatever your name actually is. I truly hope that you can find happiness with your choice. That genuinely is sad, though. That crap makes me sad, honestly. Well, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be skipping through most of uh Act 1, as it's essentially the same as a vanilla, other than the poems and the not most. I'd say half of Act 1 I skipped through most of. Because all this is the same, right? And low key, unless you guys really want me to, I'm not gonna be doing this for a third time. So the fuck, I don't remember, man. Yuri or Natsuki? I'm gonna be real. I don't remember the context of this. Yuri, I guess. Hey, can you help me pick out a book I like? Oh, I can't skip it anymore. Okay, low key, I do not remember any of this history. Okay. Well, we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have. Okay, hang on. Okay, good, I still have this shit. Okay, cool. Oh, and I still have all these save files. Cool, it's just a new game. I'm low-key gonna have to overwrite some of these save files. But, yeah. I was gonna do something and I look forget what to do. Hang on, okay. Ah, well, we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have, I'm sure you'll find something that matches your taste. Is that so? Then I guess I'll head over there. Maybe something might catch my eye. I start to sweat nervously as I walk awkwardly over the bookshelf. There looks to be a good variety of books available, ranging in genre from horror and fantasy all the way down to nonfiction. Sheepishly, I turn towards... And I suppose, yeah, I turn towards Yuri because I'm doing a Yuri path. I'll do Natsuki during the next run. But, yeah, no, it's gonna be sick. Hey, could you help me pick out a book you think I like? She seems like the avid reader anyway. Oh, I'll be okay. No, whatever. Yuri, by the way, I have very strong opinions on Yuri. I could probably do a whole video essay in my. Hang on a second. Hang on. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I messed something up originally now. Yeah, I have very strong opinions on Yuri, and could probably do a whole video essay on it, and all the characters really, but Yuri especially. And I want to see how they write her, because I was told that they do a really good job of writing her, but they make a couple of like mistakes in her character, and I honestly want to see how they write her, because I want to see what they do with her. But yeah. I'd be happy to. If the prospect isn't too off-putting, I know a wonderful horror novel. To be honest, horror never particularly appealed to me. Still, I want to make an effort here. I have an open mind. What book are you thinking of? Let's set this music down. That's exactly the same, whatever. What book are you thinking of? Blushing, Yuri bends down and removes a thick book from the bookcase. It has a large, piercing eye on the cover. It almost feels like it's staring into my soul. One of my personal favorites, Portrait of Markov. I know it might look intimidating, but sorry. She shakes her head and goes to put the book back, but I stop her. Don't worry about it. I'd love to check it out. What's it about? A coy smile plays across her face, as though she were pleasantly surprised by my enthusiasm. Let's see, the protagonist is a young high school student who moves in with her sister, but shortly after, sinister things start happening. The two are captured by an ominous cult that practices nightmarish experiments on their prisoners. Throughout the story, she's forced to make choices no one her age should have to make. In the process, her ability to trust others is warped, and many of her relationships are broken as a result. Pretty dark, but hey, I'll be lying if I said it didn't sound interesting. Personally, I was more of a science fiction guy myself when it comes to books. Well, it definitely sounds pretty engaging. I think I'll read this book then. No, it sounds like a good book though. Portrait of Markov. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm reading a book series right now. Maybe after I finish it, I could check out Portrait of Markov, see if it's any good. Because I think that's a real book. I'm gonna actually look that up. Because I feel like I've heard that somewhere. PLRT. Oh, is it not? Huh. Oh, that's weird. I could have sworn I had... Okay, well, I'm totally hallucinating that then. Whatever. There's one person who watches these anyways, so who cares? But, yeah. That kind of makes me look dumb. I really could have sworn I had heard of a book like that. Or whatever. Natsuki mumbles something. It is an oil painting, though, apparently. Natsuki mumbles something, but she's just barely out of earshot. Really? You don't have to read it if you don't want to. And it's interesting, because in Doki Doki Plus, they have, like, a whole arc where, like, she recommends books to people, and then she, like, gets self-conscious that they don't like the books. There's, like, a whole thing. And it's like, oh, it's funny. I do. Well, this might not be what I usually pick. Your description of the plot intrigued me. Although I have to ask, what makes this your favorite book? If I had to put it into words, I suppose I'm a big believer in literature's ability to challenge the psyche. So to have such an immersive tale question your ideals and foundations can be extremely exhilarating. She smiles and twirls a long lavender strand of hair around with her finger. That's the first time. I don't remember when I did Sayori's route, but I don't remember them ever referring to her hair as lavender when I did this last. Words are immensely powerful. They can paint stunning portraits, invoke emotion, or even whisk oneself away to an entirely new dimension. As she continues to speak, she transforms from the timid girl I just met into a proud and confident expert. I get the impression that she feels more at home with books rather than other people. Isn't that exhilarating, Seaman? We have such a vast vocabulary at our disposal, with such a powerful resource at our fingertips. We can do anything. I clear my throat,
hoping I'll put her off with my evident inexperience. Yeah, when you put it that way, I can understand how powerful the written word can be. I scratched the back of my head nervously. Fortunately, she finds that to be a satisfactory answer. One must look at the words the author chose. We have so many synonyms, so what compelled the author to shape their story the way they did? The feeling I get when I finish a truly compelling novel, it leaves me totally breathtaking. I wish I had something as coherent to respond with. We might as well have be from different planets. I think I know what you mean. She closes her eyes, pulling her hands close to her chest. Then, as though remembering she's not alone, she suddenly blinks and immediately appears more bashful. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry. I must have gotten lost in my train of thought. She fidgets with a thin clip in her hair, sliding it up and down. Hey, don't worry about that. It's nice to see you talk about something you obviously enjoy. Who's to say otherwise? Yuri glances over to Natsuki, who simply raises her eyebrow in reply. Does Natsuki not like these kinds of stories? She sighs and turns to look out the window. That's putting it lightly. We have our differences in what we enjoy, literature-wise. She frowns slightly, as though pained by Natsuki's apparent disapproval. Well, I think everyone's different tastes are what make literature interesting, especially when talking about it with other people. I can't help but grin. I feel like that was actually pretty clever. That was actually, let me see that. Yeah, honestly, that was genuinely clever. GG. Bro said something that wasn't, like, completely dumb. For once. Yes, that's a good way of looking at it. I reach over and take Portrait of Markov from her, tucking it under my arm. Well, I'll give this a bit of a read and see how far I get tonight. I appreciate you giving it a chance, even if it's not something you're used to. I'll be looking forward to hearing your opinion. I must warn you, though, once you get past the first few chapters, you can have trouble putting it down. And perhaps tomorrow, I mean, if you wanted to, we could discuss it. She looks quite nervous as she suggests that. Guess that's just how her personality is. Yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Thanks for the recommendation, Yuri. I do need to branch out and try new things, and this will be a good place to start. I'm grateful that I get to read it on my own, at least for now. I honestly have no idea if I'll even like it, and if I were reading it with her and decided I didn't, that might make things a little awkward. With my book in hand, I make my way to a desk. The others are all now preoccupied, so this means, this seems like a convenient time to start the story. It's definitely an unusual book. Horror is never really my thing, but I have to admit the main idea is intriguing and the main characters are written well. The more I read, the more I can see why it appeals to Yuri. All that talk about appreciating sophisticated language. While it's not exactly my kind of story, to their credit the author does a good job of building up the rather bleak situation. I've never been particularly imaginative, but even I can picture the scenes in my head. If I weren't so tired, I could probably engage with them more. Over time, I can't help but grow a little bored, though. I guess I've read enough to be able to discuss with Yuri tomorrow, so I guess I'll call it there. Looking up, I spot Sayori reading something. Let me save this real quick, just in case I screw up and accidentally, go into the night, because I want to be able to, read through the poem. In case I screw up and get Sayori or something. So yeah, looking up, I spot Sayori reading something. Might as well see what she's up to. I've probably read this for long enough. Standing up with a stretch, I make my way over and take a seat next to her. Hey, how's it going, Sayori? What are you reading? As I sit down, I notice that she looks quite content. Nothing much, just reading some stuff for a school project. What about you? You seem really into your book. Oh yeah, it was a good read, at least as far as I can tell right now. I can't help but wish I sounded a little more enthusiastic. That's great, so how are you liking the club? You're not bored, are you? She looks a little worried, her cheerful persona faltering for a moment. Where did that question come from? It's a bit too early to tell how I really feel about the club. Ah, of course that's Sayori. Sure, I haven't been here for long, but I've enjoyed meeting everyone. They've opened my eyes to new stuff. I've never been huge on reading, but I'm confident that the literature club could change that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're involved. You don't want to join a club and you have no interest in, right? I know what you mean. I think reading will grow on me in time. Actually, do you mind if I sit with you and read? She looks at me, clearly surprised. I don't think she was expecting me to sit next to her. But nonetheless, she seems happy. Her smile is infectious, lifting my spirits too. That'll be great, Seaman. Hee. We read for a while, which turns into talking fairly quickly, our conversation being a continuation on our chat from the walk to school. Oh, I can skip some of this. Hang on. Yeah, like I said, I'm low-key skipping most of Act 1. I'm like, sorry. Oh, I can just save here. Oh, okay. Okay. Just in case I scroll up and accidentally get Sayori or something. You might get achievement. I don't think it's in this one. I think it's in the vanilla. If you read, like, the perfect poem or something. But, I never did that when I played vanilla. Okay, let's see what Yuri would like. When I did the vanilla, it was so easy to get Yuri. I like got her by mistake. I wanted to do Sayori originally, but I kept getting Yuri shit. Let's see now. Judgment. Okay. Massacre, definitely, yeah. Let's do Vivid. Portrait for Portrait of Markov. Ooh, let's go. Climax, maybe? Okay. Tenacious, possibly. Fickle? I don't know about fickle. Let's try Tenacious. Oh, interesting. Mausoleum. Broken might be Sayori. Let's try Broken. Yeah, I had a feeling it's gonna be Sayori. Tragedy? Fuck, bro, I'm getting Sayori again. Unrestrained, I'm 99% sure it's Yuri, yeah. Suicide is Sayori. Natsuki's always been the hardest one to do, if I'm being completely honest with you. I never even, when I played vanilla, I never even, like, got her route. Fantasy? Oh, okay, I got her that time. Romance, maybe? Bruh. Lucky, comfort, nibble, holiday, and cable, playground. Secretive? Fester? I feel like entropy, maybe. I was right, let's go. Covet, I feel like. Yeah. Parfait is 1,000,000% Natsuki. I think Unrequited. I actually forgot how to pronounce that word, not gonna lie. I feel like that's Yuri. Oh, it is Sayori! Crap! Aw. Bliss, maybe? Oh, fuck. I hope I actually get Sayori. Passion is really? Sensation, okay. Desire should be, yeah. Okay, that should be more than enough for Yuri. I didn't do the math, but that was definitely, like, way more than 10. Seaman, fancy meeting you here. I can skip shit. want to save and see how much this actually skips. Is this the book from yesterday? Upon seeing the confused look on my face, she hastens to explain. I thought you might like to, have your own copy, so that you can read it on your own as well. I honestly don't know what to say. Actually, hang on. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course, thanks for being so considerate, Yuri. You're welcome. It's the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Is this the book from yesterday? Upon seeing the confused look on my face, she hastens to explain. I thought you might like to, have your own copy so that you can read it on your own as well. I honestly don't know what to say. How is it that she's only known me for a day, yet she's already done something this thoughtful for me? Oh, Yuri, thank you. This is really thoughtful of you. But, you didn't have to do that for me. I feel kinda bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that. I just, I understand if you don't want to read with me anymore, so... Honestly, she gets more adorable by the minute. Please, it's fine. I'd love to read with you. I just wasn't expecting you to buy me a copy of my own. Are you sure? I don't want to force you. Seriously, Yuri, I'm sure, after all. I grin at her. It is a good book. Oh, this is all new, because I remember I was doing Sayori last time. I was with her, like, almost the end, now I'm with Yuri. Interesting. This is a lower-end mod. She timidly returns my smile, relaxing a little bit. I'm glad you seem to think so. How are you liking it so far? She looks at me with wide, expectant eyes. She must be really worried that I'm not enjoying it as much as her. To be honest, I've been pleasantly surprised. While horror isn't really my thing, it really kept my attention. Even though I haven't gotten very far yet, I find myself feeling sorry for the protagonist. The language is pretty, engaging. It certainly makes me think about it. As I praise the book, her face grows visibly more relieved, and her eyes light up as I mention the language. I'm glad you think so. One not only needs to look at what is being said, but how it is phrased. It can entirely change the desired message. Wouldn't you agree? Oh boy, I hope we don't get into an in-depth discussion about the language. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level with this sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. I could last 5 seconds tops, man. I know like 3 vocabulary words. Oh, totally. I never really thought about it until you brought it up with me. You really made me look at it with a bit more scrutiny than I would normally. She blushes at this, turning away slightly. Really? I helped you with that? I have to admit, you really managed to open my eyes to this sort of thing. Or shall I say my third eye is crazy though. That's actually kind of smooth, honestly. I don't know if I'd have the intelligence to say that line in this situation. That's a good line right there. Yuri's silence makes me nervous. Did I make a mistake? You know, because the book mentions the third eye, and there's an eye on the cover. No, it's a smooth line. Ah, I see. Probably best not to comment on her accidental continuation of the pun. Yeah, I wouldn't. Tough crowd. Yeah, she's a tough crowd. Oh, I see, you were making a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, just awkward in social situations. No worries, I just thought it was a good pun. She smiles bashfully. Haha, yes, it was quite humorous, isn't it? It is quite humorous, isn't it? Phew, I think that means everything is okay now. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. Okay, I can skip more of it. I wonder how much this skips. Yeah, still okay, so not a lot. I'd love to talk to Yuri a bit more, especially after she gave me that book. However, she seems to be focused with her own book. I'm worried I might just distract her. As she lifts to turn the page, I get a glimpse at the cover. It's the same book that she gave me, and it looks like she's only just started it. Ah. Oh, damn, I hope she doesn't think I was staring at her. Our eyes meet, but her eyes dart away quickly. So sorry. No, it's fine. I didn't mean to stare, I was just spacing out a bit. Oh. Well, if I had actually Oh my gosh, man, I gotta stop doing this crap at 2:30 in the morning. Well, if I had been actually concentrating, Jesus Christ, man. That's bad. That's okay. Well, if I had been actually concentrating, I wouldn't have noticed. I had to ask, though. Isn't that the book you gave me? Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites, so I thought I'd give it another read-through. Not for any other reason, I assure you. I see. Why do you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, I know I lent you the book yesterday, but I figured you might feel more comfortable with your own copy. I know that I always feel more at ease when I'm handling my own belongings. If an accident happens, there's less at stake than if you damage someone else's property, so... you're probably less clumsy than I am, though. Yuri, the ever-graceful girl, thinks that she's clumsy? Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm just as clumsy as you, if not more so. Oh, right. Anyway, after our meeting adjourned yesterday, I went to the bookstore to get you... That is to say, I forgot I already had a copy, and accidentally bought another, and it seemed like a waste just to hold on to it, that's such a bad cover-up. It's clear that she's very intelligent and would not forget something like that. You think she would be able to come up with a better story, man? I mean, then again, the what? I don't know. Couldn't you have just returned it though? They'd already closed, so there's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm glad that you gave it to me. I'll get started on it right away. That makes me happy to hear. It's the kind of story that really draws you in. If you're not careful, you can lose track of time very easily. I know I've opened it for some light reading before bed. I'll need to close it and find the sun's rising. I'm sure that won't happen to you, though. You'll be able to get enough sleep as usual. That is, unless you generally find yourself lacking sleep, in which case you should go to bed. Jesus, Yuri's, go to bed earlier. But you can do whatever you want. I don't mean to overstep my bounds. Don't worry about it, Yuri. I'll be sure to read it earlier in the day. You mind telling me a bit more about it? Oh, I'd love to. Now, where do I begin? Yuri delicately closes the book, her eyes scanning the cover. Well, actually, I don't think I could give an adequate explanation on my own. If I were to tell you more about the story than I did yesterday, it would lose a lot of its impact. Forgive me if it sounds like I'm brushing you off. That's not what I intended. That's alright, Yuri. Come to think of it, you did summarize it well enough already. Yes. I'm sorry, I seem to get lost in my mind whenever I talk about these kinds of stories. Don't you have anything like that, Seaman? I guess so. Yuri nods with a delicate smile. Everyone has a deeply held interest that stirs the passion within the heart. I suppose for me it would be my novels, and... Yuri cuts herself off, as though she were about to say something she didn't want to. Yeah, probably gonna bring up the knives that she cuts herself with. Or something else, who knows. Well, you know what I mean. Nah, that's a sus line though. Hang on, where is it? Everyone has a deeply held interest that stirs the passion within their heart. I suppose for me it would be my novels and... Bro, what's the and, man? What's the and? I will not be forgetting this. I will be pressing you on this at a later date. What got you into these sorts of stories, though? I gesture towards the book in her arms. Do your parents enjoy them as well? Yuri pauses for a moment, shyly looking down at her feet. She seems to be going over what she wants to say in her head. I've always had an interest in macabre. I think that's how you pronounce it, macabre? Macabre? Macabre or macabre, low-key, both could be right. I think it's macabre. This genre can easily throw you for a loop. While many stories are simply content to introduce an antagonist and condition their readers to root against them, Books like this can find ways to flip that narrative onto its head. So while you might initially find yourself relating to the protagonist, you might suddenly find out they're their own worst enemy. Ah, I'm rambling, aren't I? Please forgive me. I really should try to think about others more. Yuri, I promise, I'm not mad at you. You're just passionate, which is pretty cool. It is? For a brief moment, a tiny smile teases at the corner of her mouth. Well, I'll try not to worry about it too much. But sometimes I get distracted when I think about books and writing. I forget where I am, and I start speaking my mind. So please forgive me if I say anything unusual. And if I seem like I'm not paying attention, please let me know. I really don't think you need to worry about that, Yuri. This is a literature club after all. Isn't that the sort of thing we should be discussing anyway? Ah, I suppose so. So on that note, would you like to read a bit together? Hey, you don't need to force yourself to spend time with me if you don't want to. But what if I do? You'd really want to spend your time with me? Oh, of course, Yuri. Book in hand, I slide into the desk next to Yuri. Ah. Is everything okay? Yes. I'm terribly sorry, Seaman. I'm just not too accustomed to reading in company. It's usually been a solitary affair for me, you see. Yeah, I can understand how this might seem a little bit unsettling for you. If it gets too overwhelming, let me know. I won't be offended if you need some space. Alright. I open up the book, allowing the hardcover to flop against the desk. As I read through the prologue, I notice Yuri glancing over at my book. I'd be lying if I said if it wasn't comforting in a way, but it's somewhat distracting. Oh, that's a new line. I don't think that was in vanilla. It might have been in vanilla. I actually don't remember. I think that's new though. I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't distracting you. Yuri, why do you apologize all the time? You've really done nothing wrong. Do I? I can't help it, I suppose. It's like an involuntary reflex. If I preemptively apologize, it'll lessen both my disappointment in myself, as well as others' disapproval of me. I used to have that mindset. I don't think I have it anymore, though. This was years ago. I didn't mean to make things awkward, sorry. I mean... Hey, it's okay, don't worry about it. How about we do this? I push our two desks together, then slide my book between the two of them. Ah, I suppose that'll work. Yuri pushes her own copy and shifts a bit closer to me. I steady the right side of the book between my thumb and forefinger, and Yuri does the same with the other side. Perfect. Now we can both go through it at the same pace. Yes. I don't know if this is one of the ones that goes in the... No, it's not. The gallery, but it might be. No, it's the other one. Yeah. The thumbnail opportunity. These are totally for thumbnails, I swear. Ah. The two of us are huddled closely together over the book, carefully reading it. I can see Yuri's gentle face in my peripheral vision. She has a stern, focused expression. Her eyes slowly scanning each page. Do you need a bit more time with this page? Ah, sorry. I guess I'm not really too quick of a reader. I look over and our gazes meet. There is a coy sparkling to her eyes. Ooh, that one's new though. I don't think that was in vanilla. I don't think this look was in vanilla. Gotta get the screenshots, man. I need at least 1,000. Actually, not 1,000. That's kind of a lot. Maybe like 200. I don't know. There's a coy sparkling to her eyes. Hey, a computer. I feel like that's new as well, but I might be wrong. I don't think that was in vanilla. Ah. It's quite alright, Seaman. You can go at whatever pace you're comfortable with. Hey, that one's new too! I hope I get access to all this artwork, man. This is cool. I don't have to take a bunch of screenshots. Do I get access to this artwork? I genuinely have no idea. I'm taking screenshots until I figure it out. After all, you've been so patient with me today. It'd only be fair for me to return the favor, wouldn't it? Thanks. I'll try not to take too long. The two of us continue reading in relative silence. Even though we're so quiet, each turn of the page feels as though we're connected. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting to do this. I have to stream, like, 5 days ago, or like a week and a half ago. I like played part of Sayori's Path without streaming it, but I recorded it, and I have to like stream the recording, and I keep forgetting to do that. I like just remember that now. Whatever, I'll do that later. As I let go of the page, it gently floats over to her, and she delicately slides it under her thumb. See, man? Having been absorbed by the story, Yuri reels me back in. So sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. It's fine, what are you gonna say? Well, I suppose I just wanted to thank you for this. Ooh, that's different. I'd always hoped I could find someone to share my interest in books with. I'd never really had anyone read with me before. Having someone else be there is nice. Really? I would have thought you'd at least done some reading with your family. Yes, well, I did when I was younger, but... She trails off, not finishing the thought. I decide not to press her further on it right now. I wouldn't. They redid her faces a bunch of times, because I feel like this is not vanilla. They better give me access to this artwork. This is good artwork, man. There we go, okay. Yuri takes a slow, deep breath. I'm just happy that you're here for me. I mean with me. Nah. You're not getting away with it. Not that I would want you to be there for me or anything, but... I can't believe I've messed things up again. Wait, Yuri. I don't think you've done anything wrong. If anything, I think of that as a compliment. You do? Sure, if I'm being honest, I enjoy your company as well. Okay, everyone. Huh. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. I was wondering when they were going to do that. I forgot this mod switches the order around, because usually it's at the very start you do that. Or close to the start. Or maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. I haven't been watching as many Instagram reels, so my memory is, like, trying to recover. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Uh-oh. Yuri sighs dejectedly, looking down at the floor. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. Don't worry about me, I'm alright. Yuri lets go of the book and closes the cover, handing it back to me. We've got through a fair bit today, didn't we? Do you mind if I continue a bit further on my own? Or would you prefer I only read it with you? You don't have to limit yourself on my behalf if you want to keep reading. After all, I've already finished this story before. Then I guess I'll continue reading a little bit tonight, then we'll have a bit more to talk about tomorrow. Yes, that's a good idea, Seaman. Just be sure to let me know how far you get, so I can avoid spoilers for you. Alright. I skimmed through the book to find the page where we left off on and fold it in slightly. No, you're not supposed to do that! No! Just make a mental note, bro! Okay, whatever. It's your book, whatever you want with it. And fold it in slightly to mark for later. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I rifled through some stray papers to pull out the page that I wrote my poem on. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. I know, Natsuki says some things. Well, I didn't even read that. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize I put hard work into it. Yeah, man, like 15 out of 20 for Yuri, man. I figured that it would only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat, black composition notebook. But actually, composition is alright. They're hard to tear the pages off from, though. They don't have the perforations. It's annoying. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit, and she's gonna put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Well, when I played Vanilla, I always had a tradition of doing the character I was on last. So I'll probably do Sayuri first instead of Yuri. Because I think I did like Yuri first last time or something. Because I was on Sayuri's rap, but I forget. Yeah, I'll do Yuri last. I don't think it matters. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayuri first. She's my good friend, after all. You said this is your first poem, right? Yeah, why? It impressed me. Especially for your first poem. Maybe this is the place for you. Come on, it's not that good. I mean, it's not like I'm used to writing poems or anything. But thanks, I guess. Don't be so hard on yourself, Seaman. Everyone has to start from somewhere. You're already off to a good start. Anyway, I guess I can show you mine now. Don't expect too much, though. I'm not very good at this. Only one way to find out. Okay. I suppose I'll read the poems again. I always like reading these poems anyway. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, what do you think? What did you think? I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, she angry now. As in, the poem just really reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this is written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really like this last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems. Hey, I was eating when I wrote... Sorry, stop speaking immediately. Yeah, I could skip it, but yeah, whatever, I'll skip it, man. I already did all this. Okay. Let's do Natsuki next. See, man, if you're actually not gonna try, you're better off just leaving... Ouch, bro, she is terrible! Then you're better off just leaving the club. Jeez, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Why should I? This is just plain bad. Hey, do I look like a writer? This is my first ever poem. Yeah, it's probably garbage, but I still tried. If you're so confident, let's see the first poem you wrote, huh? Hard to think about. Yeah, she's the type of person who can dish it out, but definitely can't take it. Ugh, fine. I'm, sorry if you were offended. Nah, that is not an apology. Way to avoid a direct apology. But next time, at least try a little bit harder. But she's mad because I got like one thing that was hers. Nowhere to go but up, eh? Yeah, sure, whatever. Just read my poem. Knowing you, you'll probably hate it. Sometimes, some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, and some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? So do you hate it? And yeah, we're gonna skip. Let's do Monica next. Hi, Seaman. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Good work, Seaman. Really? You can lay the brutal truth on me if you want. Haha, you don't have to be so harsh on yourself. This is your first time writing poetry, isn't it? That it is. It usually takes a while for people to become completely comfortable with their writing. And even then, they're constantly evolving their style and changing things up. I guess that's true. Either way, you shouldn't have high expectations for me. If you don't, my poems will seem better when I actually put in some effort anyway. I muttered that line half jokingly to myself, but it seems like Monica still picked up on it. Seaman! That's not very fair. More importantly, though, you should have faith in— Hey, wait, this is different. You should have faith in yourself. Hee, sorry. Anyway, about your poem, the subject was deeper than I expected out of you. You just don't understand the troubled genius of my angst-ridden mind. That's funny. Aha, that might have been so. I guess we have two troubled and angsty geniuses in this club then. You're talking about Yuri, right? You're in a style very similar to Yuri's. Her writing is full of imagery and symbolism. While Sayuri and Itsuki like to use simple and direct words to communicate their messages. Yuri likes to use complex diction and syntax to allow readers to derive their own meanings out of it. So in other words, her vocabulary and sentence structure are usually quite involved. Oh yeah, it sounds like her alright. It might be a bit tough to understand her writing at first, but it seems opaque, usually has very deep meanings behind it. I'm not looking forward to floundering when trying to figure out what to say about Yuri's poem later. She sounds like the sort of person an English teacher would love. Don't worry, Seaman. If you just give her writing a few read-throughs, I'm sure you'll find that they're far from incomprehensible. So you say. Are you sure that my writing is similar to hers? I think it's an understatement to say I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. It'll still take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Man, is there still a lot of lines left? I'm gonna skip, you know. What? Oh, I ain't get to see her poem! Oh, I wanted to read through all the poems. Up to Yuri now. Yuri's eyes seem to sparkle as she reads my poem. My goodness, this is unparalleled. I think that might be a bit much. Forgive me if that didn't sound sincere. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Don't sweat it, Yuri. I just wasn't expecting to hear such a compliment from you already. I see. Yuri clears her throat. Well, I just wanted to say, this is truly an impeccable poem. Yuri glances down back at my poem. So I assume this isn't your first piece, am I correct? Your composition has incorporated a lot of beautiful poetic devices and imagery indicative of an experienced writer. Well, I'd hate to disappoint, but this is kind of my first time doing this sort of thing. Yeah, you're joking, right? I shake my head. If I ended up writing a good poem, it's totally coincidental, I'm afraid. I see. Well, in that case, I think you've got a wonderful gift. Although, if you would like, I could offer you some advice for your future poems. Yuri's eyes light up, as though she's been looking forward to this. Please do. I need all the help I can get. Yeah, and then this is the normal. I've noticed a few qualities consistent with newer writers. Perhaps what stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional sources, couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. If you're not confident, I'm not going to skip this, because since I'm doing Yuri's path, I want to, if you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. It's like Yuri is a totally different person when she gets going. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written? Oh, goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'll be thrilled to explain my process. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Tumble. Hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Slender string pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Ever so heavy, ever so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all. Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it. Heh. Well, I guess I don't see cursive often. But it's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually quite pretty. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing longer pieces, but since this is the first time we're sharing, I thought it would be easier to share. That makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about, though? I'm not sure I understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. Oh, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. I suppose from a cursory glance it might be obvious. But part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. While on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. Well, obviously it's a poem. In actuality, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, in the sense of the plaintive longing that comes with it. Is it plaintive? Hang on, I think I read that wrong. Plaintive. No, I read that right. It's plaintive. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I thought. Huh, that's pretty impressive when you put it that way. You really think so? That might be a bit much, Seaman. Oh, wait, this is new now. That's pretty impressive when you put it that way. You really think so? That might be a bit much, Seaman. No, I really mean it. I think I can learn something from your poetry, Yuri. Really? Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, at first, the prospect of sharing my writing was terrifying. But I'm really glad I was able to do it. Hopefully, I can write another piece that you'll like, Seaman. I'll look forward to it, Yuri. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. Okay, this is all just normal stuff now. Ooh. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. That kind of thing only works on amateurs like Seaman. Ouch! I don't like where this conversation is headed. Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It just makes you look super pretentious. Oh, Netsuki's not in a good mood today. If you write with the thesaurus open next to you, you're just gonna alienate everyone. Okay, let's skip again. Whoa. Also, Monica and Sayori didn't have any issue with me yesterday, it's just you. Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica is too responsible and Sayori is too kind. So why can't we ask Seaman then as the more unbiased spectator? Fine. Seaman, who's right, me or Yuri? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. Should I just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry? That's what started the argument after all. But it's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner, yeah. I'm gonna save, because I do want to see what happens here. I think last time I did Monica. I want to see what happens if I do Sayori, not gonna lie. Because I think I did Monica last time. I hate being put on the spot like this, but Yuri and Natsuki are looking at me. While their hostility is named at me, I still feel like I'm the target for the anger in their eyes. Guys, I gulp nervously as a bead of sweat trickles down my neck. I'm really not the best judge for this. After all, I'm new, so I'm painfully aware of how weak my voice sounds. Neither girl looks impressed. Wow, real hope you are. Natsuki. Let me guess. Blah, blah, blah. You're being so rude. You're a broken record. You're shut up. Alright, finally realizing how insolent you are. You got there in the end. Well done. You're such a bit. Stop. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think both of these go to the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, because I think, hang on, I want to save and try the other option. Genuinely, hang on. I do, hang on, don't override the save. Load game. What happens if I do Monica? I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I quickly glance over to Monica. Monica nods at me and approaches the two girls. Yuri and Natsuki, this is... She clears her throat. Is it just me, or did her confident persona seem to waver a bit? This is no way to act at our club. Monica does seem sort of disoriented. She's probably not used to such confrontation. You're kind of setting a bad example. Seaman's probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention, there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. But Monica... No, I can't have this in the club. Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri is treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now. There's so much reason for this argument. Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic bit. Ooh, they're angry. Toxic behavior? What are you talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one wants to be your... Enough! Monica seems to have gotten over herself and now looks livid. You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You're even making Seaman uncomfortable. Yuri, didn't you say yourself that you wanted to make him feel as welcome as possible? What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. Don't forget, Sayori. She always acts in everyone's best interests, while you two act like this. I wasn't trying to do anything either. I'm just being honest. Yuri is... Let me finish, Natsuki. I would ask you to please reconsider the way you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your own writing skills, and you both have unique aspects to your writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good at handling situations like this, but there's a sudden pause for a minute, and I decide to break the silence. I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart, and to be honest, I really like it here. And I believe if there's any resentment held over it, it just won't be the same. Over it won't just, yeah. Both girls are speechless, and Yuri is the first to speak. I'm just going to make some tea. Natsuki remains silent and takes a seat, only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori. Man, I can see why she's president. Yeah, she is pretty great. Even though she doubts herself, I think she handled that pretty well. Monica seems like such a genuine sweet girl. Hopefully I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun. Some moments were worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Of course she's gonna say that. Seaman, how about you? I actually really enjoyed myself. Okay. Seems like I do like expressing myself through poetry. A lot more than I initially thought. Everyone looks intently at me. The girls smiling at me. was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you'll learn something from us too. See, our poems will turn out even better. Aha, yeah. I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their own themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori. Hey, Sayori, ready to walk home? Sure. Okay, see you guys tomorrow then. As we leave the clubroom, Sayori turns back to wave at the girls. I do the same. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away to act as if she doesn't care. Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves back. I'm gonna skip a lot of this now, not gonna lie. What about Auto does? I was never the biggest fan of Auto. Oh, hey, nice pun. Did you even realize? Hang on. But hey, I guess it just goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. She giggles and I frown. Did I say something funny? Hey, nice pun. Did you even realize? Huh? Pun? Ah, I mean about the book comment. Ah, because then this is a literature club. Geez, look like the club's really starting to rub off on me, isn't it? Sayori might be known for a bit of an airhead, but sometimes she can really notice things others don't. I wonder, what's it really like inside her head? Ah, you haven't changed at all, Seaman. You always know how to make me laugh. I blush slightly. Yeah, I'm overriding that crap. Alright, let's start with romance. Ah, really? Bro, I'm gonna get Sayori again, man. Inferno. Okay, good, yeah. Intellectual, definitely. Massacre? Yeah. Abstract. Uncontrollable. Scars. Really? Scars is hard. I thought scars because, okay. Captive. Covets. Definitely lost here. Shame. Oh, really? Variance. Unrestrained. Infallible. Vitality. Secretive. Pleasure. Definitely horror. Dark? Oh, that was Sayori. And screw it, that's the one for Natsuki. Parfait. That's the one for Natsuki. Just a few days ago, I never would have thought I'd look forward to an extracurricular so much. Ooh. Bam, 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 bam. Hello, Yuri. Oh. Hello, Seaman. Yuri places the book she was reading down on her desk. I'm not interrupting you or anything, am I? Oh, not at all. Were you hoping to continue reading together? Well, yes, actually. Would that be alright? Oh, of course. Before we get started, would it be alright if I made some tea? Sure, what do you have in mind? Perhaps I could show you. Yuri stands up and drifts towards the back of the room. She opens up the cupboard and retrieves a glass pitcher. It'll just be a moment, is that alright? Yeah, take your time. Yuri turns to leave, but then suddenly wheels back. Oh, I almost forgot. There's an electric kettle in the cupboard here. Would you mind plugging it in for me while I'm gone? Sure, see you in a bit. This time she leaves the classroom for real. She's nervously clutching onto the water pitcher, yet she still appears to make long, elegant strides. It's really quite astonishing to see. She almost looks graceful. Oh, where's Yuri off to? You didn't scare her away, did you? Well, what? No. At least I don't think so. Haha, I'm just teasing you, Seaman. Right. That's not really what I'd call a good joke, but I don't argue. Yuri wanted to make some tea, so she went to fetch some water. I see. Yuri's very proud of her tea set. Has she shown it to you yet? Oh, her tea set. Oh, not yet, no. Maybe you should ask her about it. Tea's a big passion of hers, so I'm sure she'd be happy to talk about it a bit. Who knows? Maybe it'll help you get a little closer to her. Eh? Monica giggles. I'm just messing with you again, Seaman. At that moment, the door to the clubroom opens, and Yuri walks back in with a full water pitcher. Ah, speak of the devil. Well, I won't keep you any further. Have fun with Yuri. Monica walks away, and Yuri approaches me. Is everything alright? I'm sorry for taking so long. You're fine. Monica was just telling me about your tea set. Ah. A delicate smile plays across Yuri's face. Yes, would you like to see it? Gotta get some hydration, man. Gotta get some water. Monica must have been telling the truth. She genuinely looks excited to share this with me. I'll be happy to, Yuri. See, man, do you like oolong tea? I like oolong tea. Oolong tea is pretty good. I like jasmine. I like jasmine a lot. Green tea is alright, too. It depends. I almost made myself tea tonight, funny enough. I make myself a lot of tea during the summers for some reason. I don't really have a preference. I'm sure whatever you give me will be fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the electric kettle to 190 degrees. She then begins measuring out tea leaves into a strainer. Ooh, she's doing it the fancy way. Measuring out tea leaves into a strainer. The tea's better that way, though. I've had that before. It's really good when you have, like, the tea leaves and crap. Instead of just the little packet. Monica wasn't kidding. You really do enjoy this, huh? You must really enjoy this, huh? Yuri smiles shyly, blushing slightly. Yes, besides reading, tea is a true passion of mine. A piping hot cup of tea, alongside a gripping novel. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Yeah, I guess it does. I have to admit, it's kind of fascinating seeing you be so exact with everything. Huh. Tea is an art, Seaman. It's a delicate dance, where each step must be perfect. Even the temperature of the water needs to be precisely 190 degrees. You know, I was wondering why they mentioned that a couple of dialogue boxes ago. I was going to make a comment on it, but I didn't. Really? The tea I made when I haphazardly plop a tea bag into the boiling water seems fine to me. But then again, I guess Yuri's making tea with higher grade ingredients, which, I mean, yeah, she probably is. I'm the British conquered India for a reason, man. Once the water is boiled, Yuri adds it to the pot and carefully steeps the tea leaves. She hums to herself delicately and pours out a cup for each of us. It's nice seeing you like this. What do you mean? Nah, you just seem so relaxed, like you're in the zone. I see. Expressing myself really isn't as hard as I thought it would be. I'm glad I got to do this sort of thing with someone else. Especially someone as delightful as yourself, Seaman. Eh? I'm sorry if that sounded weird. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. It's really okay, Yuri. I want to do all of this with you. It's kind of new for me as well. Perhaps a bit of company will make it easier on both of us. Yes. Thank you for being so patient with me, Seaman. Yuri really doesn't have much self-confidence. The least I can do is let her be herself a little. Maybe over time she'll grow more comfortable around others. Seaman, would it be okay if we sat on the floor today? I don't see why not. Any particular reason why, though? I can rest against the wall and read instead of leaning over my desk. I often have back pain, so it'd be a little easier on me. Of course, I don't mind. Oh, sure, I don't mind. Thank you. Sometimes it can be a real bother to have. That is to say, based on how she's acting, I think I can guess what she might be referring to, but confirming that would probably make her feel even more embarrassed. You mean to say you have terrible reading posture, right? I can't imagine hunching over your books like that like that so much is too comfortable. Yes. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So, if we were to sit on the floor, yeah, that makes sense. Let me just get the book. I retrieved the novel, alongside a small bag of chocolates. Yuri carries our teacups and places them on the ground, sliding down to the floor. Soon enough, the two of us are in the same position as yesterday, each holding one side of the story. Well, would it be okay if... Yuri shifts closer to me until our shoulders are touching. Her thick purple hair flops over my arm as she peers over the book. I think I like Yuri being a little bit more assertive. Here. Yuri reaches over with her free hand and presents me with my teacup. I carefully accept it, taking great care to avoid her chest as I do. Yeah, I gotta avoid the chest, man. I never made that mistake, but people definitely have. Other people have. Alright, I slowly let go of the book and raise the teacup. Yuri subconsciously moves her hand underneath it to better balance the book between us. Her gaze is completely focused on the pages below. It's almost as if you can see the story being scanned, but word by word in her eyes. As she continues, I take a sip from my teacup. It has a soothing floral flavor, and it smells wonderful. Yeah, oolong does have a unique flavor. I normally don't drink it, but I suppose floral is a good word to describe it. I should drink more oolong tea. I haven't had it in a while, honestly. I normally just drink like standard black tea from like a box. Yuri wasn't kidding. This really is quite relaxing. Once I've finished my tea, I take a chocolate from my bag and fiddle it with the wrapper. After I've clumsily disposed of it, I pop it into my mouth. I've got some chocolates here. Would you like one? Oh, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to accidentally get smudges on the page. That's a good point. Sorry I hadn't thought of that. My bad. Oh, that's quite alright. I can hold the book for us if you'd like. Yuri grabs the other side of the book and holds it between us. Before I know it, she's transfixed in the story again. I don't think she's noticed, but her arm's resting on top of my leg. Wonder if they changed this scene at all. It looks a little different. I like this art style. I forgot what it's called. I was gonna look it up too. It's like a specific name. There's a name to it that I heard once. I forget. I don't think she's noticed, but her arm's resting on top of my leg. I take another chocolate from the bag and raise it up to Yuri's mouth. Hell nah, bro. Without looking away, she parts her lips. I don't know if she even realizes she's doing it. But she's expecting it now, and I have to follow through. I timidly place the chocolate in her mouth. As she continues to read, she closes her lips around it. Huh? Looks like she just realized what happened. I don't remember that being in vanilla. I think this is slightly different. Gotta get the screenshots, man. I need at least 200 of these, man. Nah, I'm joking, but no, I'm not joking. Looks like she just realized what happened. Whoa, what? See, man. Yuri blushes deeply, looking up at me. So sorry. I wasn't really thinking. No. You were trying to make me feel more comfortable. Right. Yeah, good. Right? Suddenly I feel really nervous. Yeah. I just thought you might like some. Yes. If that's the case, then I wouldn't mind another. If that were alright with you, of course. Totally. Yuri tries to look back at the book, but I can tell she's unable to focus on it. I can feel my heart trying to beat out of my chest. Things have gotten really tense. I reach down and take another chocolate. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Was this how things were supposed to go? Yuri doesn't look away. There's a soft pleading in her eyes, and she blinks slowly. I raise my arm. Ah. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. However, this time, it feels a lot more intimate. Her breath is gentle and warm on my fingers as I place the chocolate in her mouth. I love how they do this transition, man. Okay, ever. Well, what do we have here? Yeah, doing some bullshit, man. Got caught in the act, man. Bro got caught. What? Yuri jolts back. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things awkward. We do need to share poems now, though. Is that okay? I love how they write that, man. I love how they write that. Bro, I have the recording somewhere. I recorded this when I played Vanilla. And I remember thinking that was so funny, man. We need to share poems now, though. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. Bro is not thinking about the poems, man. Bro is not thinking about poems. That'll be the last thing on my mind, man. Great. Get things put away and you can join us shortly. Yuri and I sit there dumbfounded. I guess I can take care of the teacups. Yeah, teacups. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Without another word, the two of us clean everything up. I don't know if either of us will have the courage to bring this up in the future. Yeah, no, bro. Well, keeping with tradition, I'll do Yuri last. Oh, I really like this one, Seaman. Better than yesterday's, huh? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hee. That's not very helpful, you know. Sorry. I'm probably not the best person to get feedback from. Monica once told me it's impossible to really rate a poem because they're so subjective. So I just judge poems through my heart. Fair enough. I guess I look for how a poem makes me feel. I hope that helps. Man, it's got that. Sort of. I guess some feedback is better than no feedback, right? Right. Speaking of feedback, do you want to hear my poem now? Sure. Bottles. I popped... Oh, yeah, it's bottles. I remember this one. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my... Oh, kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger, pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Dawn comes, a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Definitely a lot of symbolism here. Finally all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, It shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Yeah, a lot of connection there. A lot of symbolisms. Wow, Sayori. Yeah, I can... Yeah, Sayori doesn't really say a whole lot, honestly. Natsuki's gonna hate it. I have like one thing for her. Well, this is better than your last one. But I still don't like it. It's trying too hard to be serious. Huh? What do you mean? Poems don't need to be cryptic and deep-sounding to be good. It'll just sound super dumb if you don't suck at it. Honestly, don't try to write like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki pauses as if she just realized something. Oh, don't tell me. You're just writing this to impress Yuri, aren't you? Ooh, she's mad. What? Nah, I'm trying to impress anybody. I'm just writing. Yeah, writing exactly how Yuri would write. Ooh, she's mad. She would love crap like this. This. You know what? No. Natsuki shoves my poem back at me. I don't want to do this with you anymore. If you wrote a poem for someone else, don't show it to me. Well, that just happened. I guess this was destined to happen. I never really understood what Natsuki tries to get out of me. At least she wasn't the girl I was trying to impress. Oh, I don't even get to read the poem? That's crazy! That's insane! I don't even get to read it! Man, she is so mad at that poem, man. Hi again, see, man. Crap, I skipped the poem again. Alright, well, Monica doesn't do anything interesting then. Okay, Yuri. But she's so mad, man. That's so funny. It's because I did like one thing that was hers. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Seaman, I'm stunned. How is it possible you're already this skilled at writing? It was but a day ago I was trying to give you advice, and now you've already seemed to master it. Perhaps you're a good teacher. I really took your advice to heart, and tried to compose a great piece with that in mind. Yuri visibly swallows. She coils a slender lock of hair around her finger, twiddling it nervously. You thought of me? Sorry, was that weird? No, how do I word this? It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. I'm not used to this sort of thing. Having someone value my opinion like that. I know it might sound foolish, but the fact I was able to inspire you is incredibly humbling. And I suppose, in a way, it just makes me really happy. Wait, surely you've shared something with others before, right? Yuri shakes her head. Seriously, you're really talented, so I would have thought you'd have shown your writing to others. I primarily write for myself. And besides, I highly doubt people would seriously enjoy my writing. Do you really think that? Yuri nods solemnly. You really haven't shared with anyone else? Not even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Probably because she really doesn't have any, really. Anyway, could I look at your poem now? Yeah. Yes, of course. If you really want to see it. Resist. A whimsical, tiny, cease friend. C-R-I-S-E. Hang on. I feel like I was doing this before, too. Is it Circe? Huh. Apparently it's French for cherry. Huh. Maybe a color? I don't know. Circe friend. sleeps along my amber bookend. It's probably talking about a color, yeah, like cherry red. Sleeps along my amber bookend, dreaming about a sanguine day where I remember reading that. I remember struggling reading this, Loki. Where Messand slender lampposts play. She beckons me. Her hand extends, piercing pupils, readily. Red? R-E-N-D? Or is it lend? No, readily. Readily red? Readily rend? Huh. Azure channels bend and twist cautiously above the wrists. I know she's talking about her knife here. However, she finds her advances shunned. Oh, wait. I don't know why I thought she was talking about a book. She's definitely talking about her knife. Azure channels that bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrists. However, she finds her advances shunned, always crackling, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arms, she's never danced. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest, whilst I haven't given in to painful pleading from within. I think that it might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts, lest tens make me dizzily fall. Tears make me dizzily fall. Nah. And answer her violet, vigilant call. Vigilant? I think it's vigilant. Anyway. I felt about guilty after yesterday's argument with Natsuki. I wanted to experiment with my style a bit more. Hopefully it's not too confusing. Oh wait, I said I was gonna skip these, crap! Hang on, bruh. Oh, I said I was gonna skip these, I don't wanna read through a bunch of... Okay, well. Oh, okay, well, I'm low-key narrating through a bunch of dialogue, so yeah, we're not doing that. There are many people like there aren't many people in this world like you, Seaman. When I share my writing with you, I feel like you genuinely care about what I have to say. It's nice having someone who listens. Though that might be a bit much to say, wouldn't it? It's just, I'm not really used to it. I rarely feel comfortable about my writing, let alone the idea of sharing it. But with you, it just feels so easy. It's nice. Thank you for helping me with that, Seaman. It's nothing, really. It's nothing, really. Yuri shows me a genuine smile. A newfound sense of self-confidence seems to sparkle behind her eyes, if only just for a moment. Okay, everyone. Let's skip this. Ooh. Okay, everyone, we're done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, Natsuki and I haven't shared yet. Uh-oh, I can feel a storm coming on. Yuri hesitantly approaches Natsuki, who isn't meeting her eyes. Is she still angry with Yuri? It would be out of character for her to be. It wouldn't be. Although judging by Monica and Sayori's anxious expressions, I feel like something else is amiss. So, Natsuki, if I may. Irk. How about we do this tomorrow instead? Oh, I remember this! Her poem is like really vengeful, and I don't get to do it in this one because I did Yuri's route. But yeah, I just flat out don't get to see it. And it must be Sayori who does it instead. Who tells her? I'm not her feeling well. That's so weird. I can practically see Monica instantly face... Oh yeah, it's by the time I'm instantly face-palming. Natsuki must have forgotten that the club isn't all girls anymore. Ah, is that so? Yeah. There we go. He's made the effort to get to know us and our individual writing styles. Let me actually read this for a little bit. Natsuki, Yuri, I imagine you're both a little apprehensive when Seaman joined, right? After all, he was an unfamiliar face. She smiles warmly at me, but look, he's integrating really well. He's made an effort to get to know us and our individual writing styles. She turns to Yuri. And Yuri, remember at the start, when he asked you for a book recommendation? Yuri nods and Monica shoots her a knowing smile. Must have been lovely, being able to share a book you're so passionate about with a new person, right? Yes, it was enjoyable discussing it with you, Seaman. Yeah, likewise. It isn't something I'd normally read, so without you, it would have gone by unnoticed. See, guys. Maybe we'll find more people who are just into horror, Yuri. More like-minded people. Now, come on, tell me that isn't an appealing idea. Yes, of course, but really my biggest issue is with the actual performance aspect of the festival. Well, like I said, I know it's a scary thought, performing in front of a bunch of strangers. But trust me, when I say I have full faith in you, in all of you, your poems are amazing, guys. I just know people will love them. It's almost criminal of them not to show them off. So, what do you think, guys? For me? For us? Ugh, fine. I still don't think this is a good idea, but fine, I'll do it. Just stop guilt-tripping us. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. And you, Yuri? Yeah, it's... Wow, I should get skipped here. I don't know what to say here. Let's save. Bam, 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 bam. Sayori. I'd walk home with you, of course. Sayori pauses for a moment. Eh? She glanced at me from the side before turning away. But, she's so beautiful and smart. Geez, why me? Her reply surprises me. I'm not sure how to answer or what she wants to hear. I already see her in the club every day. Yeah. Oh, walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Aha, you admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. But I'd just like to think about it. Don't you think that maybe she'd be more fun to walk home with? I frown. Where did this come from? What? I mean, it could be interesting, I guess. But even if I did walk with her, it's not like she'd be replacing you or anything. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why they said there's no point in speculating. Sayori and I part ways without saying another word. I'll reach my house and open the door. Alright, another poem. Unrequited. Oh, read her. Disoriented. Scarred. Oh. passion. Really? Crap, I'm doing her again. Unrestrained. Maybe beauty? Yeah, no, that was her. Uncontrollable. Pleasure. Death? Oh. Embrace? Fuck, I'm gonna have to redo this. Horror, I know. Fantasy. Oh, I did her. Secretive. Philosophy. Intellectual. Covet. Desire. Sensation. Dark. Oh, is it her again? Climax. I think I still got Yuri. I'm not gonna lie, that one was a lot closer. Oh man. I'm the last one here. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice that Yuri is peering over her book at me. Realizing that she's staring, she timidly hides behind her book. Did she overhear the stuff about Sayori? Perhaps she can help. I walk over to where Yuri's sitting and slide into the desk next to her. I'm sorry if I was distracting you. I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Yuri, it's okay, not bothering me at all. She sighs, appearing somewhat relieved. I see. Well, I couldn't help but notice you were deep in thought. Is there something on your mind, Seaman? Well, yes, actually, but how could you tell? She gently flicks a page in her book back and forth, rubbing her thumb gingerly across against the corners. I'm usually alone with my thoughts, so I know what to look for. Not that I was specifically watching you or anything, which you damn well know she was. Oh dear, I hope you don't think that's weird of me. Don't worry about it. I think being so perceptive is kinda cool. Perhaps you could help me with something, Yuri. Her curiosity piqued. She folds the page she was reading slightly to mark it for later. She's just so interesting. You'd think someone so avid about books would be against that. I was always told you're not supposed to do that. I will be right back. Got some things to attend to. All right, I am back for my adventures. All right. Her curiosity piqued. She folds the page she was reading slowly, mark it for later, and then shuts the book and turns to me. Are you sure I'm the right person for that? I do. You seem to have your head on right, so you'll probably give me great advice. I see. Well, I'll do my best, I suppose. Okay, so I guess the main issue is actually, have you noticed anything up with Sayori? Sayori. She glances over to Sayori, who's totally oblivious to what's happening around her. Yeah, things just seem really different, you know? Like she's not herself. I tried to ask her about it, and then she just told me she was tired, but I'm not so sure. Yuri idly taps at her book with her finger, apparently thinking things over. That must be quite worrying for you. I'm sorry to hear that she's not feeling well. Well, forgive me, but if this is an inappropriate question, but do you mind me asking how long you've known each other? Gosh, as long as I can remember, really. We hung out a lot as kids, but as we got older, we kind of drifted apart. Since I've been coming to the club, though, I've had the opportunity to spend a bit more time with her. Yuri nods contemptively. Okay, well perhaps she doesn't feel comfortable sharing what's ailing her. Though that's not to say she doesn't think of you as a good friend. You just, haven't really seen much of each other recently, have you? Forgive me if that sounds too harsh. I place my hand on Yuri's shoulder. She teases up for a split second, but quickly eases down again. Yuri, trust me. If you were bothering me, I'll tell you. You need to stop apologizing so much. It's really okay. So sorry, I mean... She lets out a soft sigh. She's very sincere. It's quite endearing. She is very sincere. I understand where you're coming from, though. Perhaps I'll need to work my way up to that level of connection with her again. Yuri folds her arms and tilts her head to the side, allowing her long violet hair to droop down over the desk. See, man, have you ever heard of that proverb about the 3 masks? Huh? I don't think I have. Well, to put it simply, every person has 3 different faces. The first one is how we present ourselves to people in public, strangers, passers-by, that sort of thing. The second is how we present ourselves to our close friends and family, the ones we hold dear to our hearts. And the last is reserved only for oneself. It's our truest representation of our being that no one else can possibly interpret. That's actually pretty amazing. Yuri seems to know what she's talking about. Notice that I said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori acts and the way she feels are necessarily the same. I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up? You felt as though something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition's trying to guide you towards that conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Though I must admit, I am curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused that. I assume you don't know of any potential events that could have had an impact on her life, do you? Nothing comes to mind, although as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. She turns to face me, wearing a plaintive smile. I understand this might be quite frustrating for you, Seaman. You want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes, there's only so much you can do. For now, your best bet would be to simply let her know you're there for her without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you when she feels more comfortable doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person looking out for her. Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days. Monica said something similar to me just now. I rubbed the back of my neck in embarrassment. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what any friend would do, right? There's something extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori. So humble. I don't know how to pronounce that. So humble. Anyway, do you mind if we do some reading? I can't do anything else for Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off of it. Of course. I thought we could carry on with the portrait of Markov. If that's okay with you, that is. Yeah, sure, that'll do fine. But before we get into it, I just wanted to say thanks. For listening to me, I mean. You've been super supportive, even though this stuff doesn't really have anything to do with you. So, I really appreciate it. You're a genuine person, Yuri. Not to mention, you've got a cool taste in literature. I don't know what to say. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, sorry. It's just that you're really mature and insightful, and for someone like me, who isn't good with emotions, you really hit the nail on the head. So sorry, I'm just not really used to people being so nice. I frown. That's kind of surprising, sure, she's a little quiet, but that's really got her heart in the right place. She's really got her heart in the right place. It's okay. I should have been a bit more mindful. Shall we start reading? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you, though. I'm glad you joined the club, by the way. Okay, everyone. Oh, okay, that was nothing. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the clubroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone gets to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Whom should I share my poem to first? Let's just get Natsuki out of the way, man, honestly. She's gonna hate it. Yeah, no thanks. Wait, what? You didn't even... Next! Wow! That is crazy! She really hates me. Whom should I show my poem to next? I'm glad to see you taking poetry seriously, because it's probably because she's third place like every week. Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how much I'd like writing poems, but coming here made me realize just how enjoyable it can be. It looks like you're really being influenced by Yuri, too. No, if they still have one next week, I'm going to try and write one that's still for Yuri, but like I'm going to try and put Natsuki in second place instead of Sayori and see what happens. Have I? Did you write it specifically for her? I've read this one already. What? No, I didn't. I already read this. I opened my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stopped, remembering Yuri's words. Perhaps now just isn't the best time to ask her about whatever is on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. That's new! That was not there before. And it's sad, because, I mean, you know, my headcanon is probably the Sayori route, if I'm being completely honest here. But, you know, when I do these different routes, I'm gonna be doing different things, and... yeah. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Yuri said, all I can do now is let her know I'm there for her, and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you just have to work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey, Sayori, I think this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know I'm here for you no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have pried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's not hard for me to sit back and do... well, it feels like nothing. Yeah, go ahead, skip all... oh, I want to see the poem, whatever. Monica. Hi, Seaman. I don't think she ever says anything interesting a whole lot. I want to see her poem, though. I want to see her poem. Because I skipped, like, all the others. I want to see it, because I forget what she writes. The Box, Part 2. On my well, I missed Part 1. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree? What the hell? Beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirls. She's immaculate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh, so beautiful. The most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. And she spins and spins and spins, and the box's melody goes, twink, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am evaded by amusement. The room spins around me, vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins, my skin porcelain. Is that all she's meant to be? Is this the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. You know, it's truly a shame they don't have a Monica route in this. I really wish they did. I think it would have been cool to explore her a lot more, because in vanilla, you don't get a Monica route because of, you know, how it's written. It's like a core thing of the game. But it still would have been cool to do it in the mod. I mean, I know the creators of the mod worked really hard and they just couldn't do it, and that's fair. But it still would have been cool. They do have bonus content, though, with like cut stuff with her. So I'm gonna look at that eventually. Probably after everyone's routes. You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Let's skip the rest of this on. She doesn't say anything interesting, and then Yuri. Seaman, it amazes me every time you show me a new composition. Your poetry is phenomenal. I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me feel somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece. Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. Oh, it's already 4 a.m.? What the fuck, bro? Okay. I'll do it for another few minutes. I don't have an innate talent for writing. But I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best. And that's you, Yuri. But my goodness. Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes. This feeling. I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing. Yeah, it really is. I still can't believe you never shared your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work. You say that, but I'm not sure it's that simple. How so? How so? Well, Yuri looks out of the window wistfully. Seaman, do you know what I do in the afternoons? Oh, I already. finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Also, this clearly wasn't the poem Natsuki said she wrote about. Meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. Maybe it's hypocritical of me, but I'm not sure if I can explain this one. Don't worry. The meaning is pretty clear to me. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Yeah, look at that. You must have put a lot of thought into this one, huh? Yuri nods. Well, I'm really happy that you showed me this poem, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. A small smile plays across Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Yuri smiles again. There's something so pure about it. You always know what to say, Seaman. Perhaps someday I can make you feel good too. Yeah, I'd like that. Yuri finally turns back toward me. Well, we should probably think about sharing with the others. But I'll see you later, won't I? Yeah. I promise, Yuri. With that, Yuri pivots around on her heel, making her way back to her desk. Bro, fucking Natsuki's gonna spit in my face. Hang on. I wanna save and see what she says. Hang on. I'm not doing this, but I wanna see what she says. Well, baking does sound like it could be fun, and cupcakes seem like they'd be a two-person task. Trust me, baking is a blast. Oh, okay, never mind. She seems to like it. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. Eh? I thought you wanted to do the baking on your own. For the last time, I never said that. Besides, Seaman's right. Baking is a two-person job. Oh, I'm sorry, Natsuki. I must have missed that part. Anyways. Sayori, Yuri, will you guys be alright by yourselves? Okay, I want to see something first. Hang on. I low-key might do it, because I've never actually done any shit with her, and I've done Yuri's shit like twice, not gonna lie, but I also might do Sayori. Hang on. Hang on. What the... Because in Vanilla, Monica says to go with someone else, but I want to see what happens anyway. Well, I think it would probably be best suited for helping Monica. Oh, really, Seaman? How so? Yeah, I mean, it's not like she has the most work or anything. Heck, even Yuri has more to... Ouch, even Yuri has more to do. Natsuki, it's not a competition. Hey. Well, to tell the truth, I would have to agree. Yeah, she just said to go with someone else. Not to put any pressure on you or anything, Seaman. I just think my job is honestly suited for one person. After all, I'm going to be designing the pamphlets on my laptop. Not sure how you could really contribute with that. I guess that's true. Well, if sure you don't need help, then don't worry about me. My mom does graphic design too, so I do have resources if I need help. Anyway, I'm happy that you offered to help me, though. Yeah, no problem. So sorry to make you choose again, but if you do have a preference for who to help. But you do have a preference for who to help. What happens if I do Sayori? Hey, Sayori. It's been a while since we've hung out together, isn't it? It'll be a lot of fun making those goodie bags, I reckon. Mind if I give you a hand with them? She doesn't look quite as happy as I thought she would be. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to bore you. Plus, it really isn't that much work. The others have a lot more to do, so I'm sure they'll get a lot more out of your help than I would. Yeah. Hang on, I want to see what happens if I do Yuri now. Hang on. Oh. It's thoughtful of Yuri to indirectly encourage me to spend more time with Sayori. So guys, here, really no problem. I work well alone. It wouldn't be... Yeah, relax. I've baked loads of cupcakes before, remember? This will be a walk in the park. It's thoughtful of Yuri to indirectly encourage me to spend more time with Sayori. Looks like she really listened to my worries. I'm grateful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Sayori, because I haven't done her yet. I'll do Natsuki when I do her run. Sayori, no matter who we picked, the outcome will pretty much be the same. We've all got work to do. Our tasks are all equally important in making sure the festival runs smoothly. Don't feel bad about it. Seaman, choose for yourself. Seaman chose you himself. It's what he wants to do. Besides, it's good that he's going to be with you. Because we need someone who can keep you from eating all of the candies. Hey! Kidding, kidding. Seriously, enjoy yourself, guys. You two will have a lot of fun. I can sense it. Sayori still doesn't look overly convinced, but she smiles and nods at us. Am I really that much of a burden to work with? Nah, Seaman, don't think like that. Just because she's got something bothering her, that's all. Okay, well, it's settled then. Oh, crap. Okay, so I'm going to do this, but I want to see if anything happens with Yuri. If I say Yuri, if I do Yuri instead. I'm not going to do Yuri, but I want to see what happens. But me? Oh, crap. Okay, nothing happens. That's the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to do Sayori. Okay, well that's settled then. Everyone knows what they're doing, and Seaman is going to be helping Sayori. I think that's everything sorted then. I'll see everyone on Monday. And don't forget to practice your poems. It'll be fun, guys, I promise. No, it is not fun. Natsuki rolls her eyes as she leaves the classroom. Yuri and Monica and so. As she passes by the door, Monica turns to us. Take care of yourself, Sayori. She gives her a gentle smile. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm curious, but it's best not to ask. Their business after all. Ready to walk home again? Sure, let's go. I should save here, honestly. It's been chill, though. Hope you have a good night, everybody.